Hey guys, sorry I'm a little late, but let's make some money. I know the heading says I was going to have our special guest, Chardell. Some of you may follow her on Facebook and Instagram, and she has a wonderful offer, but she got tied up today and couldn't make it. Be on the lookout on the post page for me to drop some links for you guys to still sign up for her 3-day masterclass. It's a free 3-day masterclass. I'm just going over some great information to get you started. And you might be thinking like, okay, Chaz teaches trading and options. Why would she be promoting someone? Well, Chardell is a mogul. She is another mogul inside of our Discord, and why not? I think it's a beneficial class for anyone, and I'm not going to stop her from teaching. It's not going to take away from my teaching to promote her. Um, and I just think it's wonderful to uplift other Black women doing what I do. Like, it's no shade, it's no hate to anybody else. If I see them doing something and I feel like they're a great and awesome trader and they have something to provide value to people that are on my timeline, on my YouTube, I'm going to share it out. And especially again, because she is a mogul. So again, she can't make it today, but I still wanted to provide y'all some value today. So we're going to look at these charts, see if we can make some money doing this power hour. If you're checking in again, Chardell won't be able to make it today. We will try to reschedule for her to come on. But right now, I'm taking a look at SPX. I'll be looking at SPY 2. We are in power hour. You guys know we can make a lot of money doing power hour. Just 1 second. So let me know where you're checking in from, what tickers you're looking at. I am looking for a retracement. SPY was struggling. SPY and SPX were struggling at two significant levels, 7,500, which you can see we bounced off of about an hour ago, and 750 for SPY. These are both psychological areas that you should have drawn on your chart. If you've never traded SPX or you haven't watched my previous videos, you should probably go do that and go mark up your quarter incrementals. So 7,500, 7,525, and 7,550. Since we're later in the day, there it's going to have to struggle to get to 75.30 and possibly 75.35, but volume is seemingly picking up and we can see some squeezes above this area. So if this is what you're paying attention to and looking at, drop your city and state. Let me know what ticker you're looking at and I'll bring it up as well. But right now, I'm just watching Power Hour, see where SPY is going to take us. We got SPY and SPX. Here's the previous resistance area I had. If you're looking at what indicators I have on, I have just my regular support and resistance. Then I have VWAP and I do have the bands on. If you don't know how to set the bands for your VWAP indicator, just comment VWAP and I'll show you how to do that from your settings. But again, I have my target. I didn't have it marked off. Let me actually draw it so y'all can see it and put it on here in real time, because a lot of people are like, oh well, that if you mark the level once the market closed, you didn't really call that out, you didn't see it. Well, I always mark my quarter incrementals whether I have to look at it or there's a written on my chart. I've always traded this. So if you're looking at SPX, those quarter incrementals are what I'm looking at. If you're trading MNQ, it's still going to be quarter, it's just not in that amount. So if we go to MNQ, and I've been looking at this with one of my other traders, if we find the support, we're at 29,896. So if you do 29,896, let me grab my calculator because y'all are not going to be able to see it. Okay. So 29,896 plus 125 gets you up to 3021. So had you just rolled up that quarter incremental from this support, you would have been good money to the level of 3021. Boom. So where's that next quarter incremental? If it has enough room to go, because market's been struggling today, our next target is going to be that 3146. And I actually told them, like, instead of adding the 125, we can just add 63. So if you do 30,021 plus 63, it's going to put you at 3084. Let's see if that goes off on our chart. So we're going to do 3084 for MNQ. Let's just see if it comes back to tag that area. I probably should have set it as an alert, but hey, We're going to see if it comes up and pops to that area. Let me get back over to SPX and SPY, our usual culprits. You can see I have a resistance here at 527, 75.27 resistance. We have another resistance area here. Market already pulled down to the low of the day and a pre-market level. So again, I anticipated to try to come back up and retest the high, and that puts it at about 75.30. But hey, the volume has to get there, and this candles look awful. Phoenix. Okay, let's look at MES. Free says you watched the VWAP video yesterday. Thank you so much. What you think about the VWAP video? If anybody is not inside the Discord members got my VWAP video, my VWAP checklist, and my replay video for free. It's a $5 for the checklist. The video for non-members is $30. You can get the checklist and the video. All you need to do is Zelle the email address that's going across your screen. Once you do that, make sure you include your email, and I will send the replay and that checklist over to you after this call. Dallas, a Mecca Human, thank you for checking in. So again, what's the VWAP replay? I literally give you a checklist of what you need to do to understand how to trade just one indicator. No, I'm not saying it's the one all in all B indicator, it's the magic bullet or anything, but it is a simple enough strategy that I feel like anybody who can follow directions can utilize if they're on the free version of TradingView and they only can use like one or two indicators. This one is easy. You wait for a particular setup and then you execute. If that setup doesn't present, you don't take a trade. It's just as easy as that. Now, are there other indicators you can have that you can use? Yes, you can have further confluence when you're using order blocks and for value gaps and gaps. But this is one simple thing to take all the distractions out of the market and really utilize price action to lead the way. If you can't recognize where the trade is going without anything on the chart, you have a bigger problem. You're just kind of guessing and getting lucky with no guidance. You at least want to be able to explain. You don't have to be a teacher. But if I see you take a trade, you should at least tell me, hey, I entered here because volume is picking up or there was a level hold above. You should be able to explain every trade that you take, whether it's a signal or not. And a lot of people kind of take that and they go, oh, well, I took a signal. I just took whatever the analyst did. And that's okay. But if you want to be a great trader, if that analyst wakes up and doesn't want to give a signal that day, what do? You want to take some time to backtest and understand why they signaled the play, why was it profitable, so you can be profitable going forward. And like, oh, Charles, that take a lot of time. I don't want to do that. You wasting my time. They gave me the play. They know what they're doing. But you want to be able to fish for yourself. So start some backtesting. It's not hard. It doesn't take long, and it's easily repeatable. Um, Again, you explained it in the first 4 minutes and repeated it so easy to understand. Thanks for the refresher. And again, that's really what it was. We VWAP is old. It's nothing new. Nobody's saying, "Oh, I got the special one trick pony and I'm gonna teach VWAP." No, we've learned VWAP. VWAP has been presented to us, and it's a good indicator for what it's used for. You just have to utilize it the right way. If the setup presents, follow the checklist and get into the trade. And if it doesn't, do nothing. A lot of today was a lot of do nothing. We had a couple of positions to get in, but when the market is choppy and when there's a lighter week like this week, we had Monday as a holiday. You want to trade with more reserve, meaning you want to take, if you used to taking 30 to 50% on a daily, let's scale that back to 25 to maybe 30, where you're not holding trades so long, because we've seen there's been multiple retracements. Market pushed up and then got choppy on the way down, tried to come and test that 7,500, came up again. What did it do? It got over VWAP, which would have gave us confirmation to get into a call, and it rejected the upper band. Could have got back in for a put here, rode that down to what? That target of 7,500. Once you got that 5 minute close above this band, you could have entered for a call, exit at VWAP. Once you get another entry above VWAP, once you get another 5 minute candle closing above VWAP, boom, you can get in. So that's a speed version of how to go through it, but it's simple. It's super repeatable, and that's what I like about it. A lot of the things that I do, I don't like to think a lot. Again, going through 7 years of 4 years of undergrad, 5 years of pharmacy school, like, yeah, I'm done thinking. Like, I just want stuff to be easy or at least simple enough for me. I wake up, I look for my setup, either it's there or it's not. I literally just got done juicing 32 ounces of green juice, celery, apples, ginger, and lemon. So what am I doing when I'm not trading? I'm setting alert on my chart, waiting on them to go off, and continuing to live a healthy life. I would be putting up my wife's gardening globe, but it rains, so I want to let my artificial grass that we put down let it dry. I don't want to put the globe over it and then it get moldy and smelly from being encapsulated. So I'm probably gonna have to wait a day or two. The rain didn't come yesterday, so I was able to get the platform in the ground treated, put down a tarp, put down the artificial grass, and now it's just time to get the globe. And hey, if y'all know any good furniture, some of those boneless couches and stuff, drop me some recommendations in the comment. I'm gonna now have to furnish the mommy outside gardening globe. If you don't know what a gardening globe is, take it over to the TT app and type it in, and you'll figure out what that gardening globe looks like. And we already got Edison lights. We have an additional fan because I'm in Texas. It's going to be super hot, so definitely look out for that. What we're looking for here, I really wouldn't get into a call position until we can kind of get over this level. You can see we keep trying to push. It's trying to take over 75.27, but if it can't, we're going to get that wave back down to 75.24 and probably retest VWAP at 75.17. So thank y'all for my TED talking, going over what I do when I'm not trading. My goal for the summer will be getting tapped into the Discord. This rains. These rains were calling pest control issues in the subdivision had to resolve that. I understand. Like Lord knows, I've been spraying everything. We go through wasp nests, and I'm glad I recleaned off the kind of makeshift decks that I was creating. So there are about 4 wasp nests, plenty of spiders, none of them really venomous, but they were still in the way. Free said, you taught it to me in the past on a one-on-one. You brought it back to life for me. Awesome. I mean, nothing really changed. We have to just remember the tools that we had before and keep rinsing and repeating. Oh my God, not the mice. Now that's one thing I can say. We don't have any like field mice and creatures out here. My neighbor did warn me of she's seen some snakes. I mean, we had a couple of cats have babies and kind of start reproducing in our area. And then I stay a little bit further out in the country, so people have been dropping their dogs. Like people just go get dogs and then just release them in our neighborhood, like about a mile away, and then they find food out here with us. And now we got like 3 or 4 stray dogs, and we're okay with them being out here, but we rather them be somewhere safe eating and not attacking our garbage cans. I took VWAP to the 15-minute high on MES perfect trade. See, like it's so easy when you mimic it. Let me see MES. If you went on the 15, got a band, got a close, 1, 2. So this is 15-minute candle. So 15, 30, 45, 1 hour. That was a 1 hour in a trade, easy setup. Again, we're seeing a W double bottom kind of W pattern. And today's been choppy. It's just been a very choppy day. Well, see, I'm all for keeping the snakes. I'd rather keep the snake than the mouse. The mouse I can't catch. It's kind of fast. So I'd rather the snake eat the mice and keep the mice. And that's just a part of nature that was like, hey, you kill the snake, now you're gonna get mice and rats. You kill the frogs, now you got spiders and ants pile. So again, the whole ecosystem works together. I really do prefer not to have all the ants. I could deal with the spiders. They're kind of harmless and just kind of live mostly on the edge. But when those big ones, when they're about the size, when the body's about the size of a quarter and the legs go out, I'm like, yeah, you got to go. I got to spray y'all and get y'all away. But MES, I like that play. I'm gonna try to get back on that future side. I'm working my way over there free. Again, you see that W pattern. This thing can shoot off and squeeze anytime, but it's been struggling all day. Volume just has not been there. Um, we left a couple of gaps to the downside, so I came in a little bit more bearish today, and we came down and we hit those bearish points, but we just could not break that 7,500 and kind of keeping under 750 on SPY. So I anticipate trying not to be too biased for puts tomorrow, but if we get squeezed up, I kind of want to see now. I'd want to see us kind of get a little bit of pullback. Going higher without retracement just makes me nervous. For sure, for sure. Let me know when. I'm always worried. Like if you've never worked with me before, I would definitely recommend you looking at my I think the heading, it'll give you a discovery call. If you're like, I don't know if it'll be great to work with Chaz or not, want to get a feel for the different programs that I offer, definitely book a discovery call. How does the volume correlate to the chart? Well, what I'm looking at is price action. If these volume candles, and I can look at the size of the candles here or down here, if they're not picking up, I know I'm not going to get the move that I want. I want those volume candles to almost be twice the size of what I had this morning. And that's really not what I'm getting. I'm getting about half of what we had before. And so the candles are thinning, which could, relate to a squeeze, and we could squeeze up to the top of this band, but it's just struggling hard. You need volume to move. You need price action. You need people to be buying in order to make money. We're about 20 minutes into power hour. If we break that band, we're selling puts down to VWAP. If we can hold this band, we could get a squeeze up to that upper band at 75.36. Let me see what else we got. I did have a question on the daily overview. I've gotten set up on Weeble. Do you teach a Power 3 or Power 5 strategy to remain within as a system, or filtering based on option chains and FinViz? It's both. It depends on what you want. If you want to know like a strategy or how to trade just your power three and power five, yeah, we'll break down, do a top down analysis of those three companies, look at the option chain and see what's the best setup and trends for trading those three particular companies. Everybody knows me, know I love SPY, and I'll teach you how to trade that, but I usually don't lead with teaching people how to trade SPY. I let them come to me, tell me what's your budget, tell me what you want to trade, and then we create a system around that, because everybody's not going to be able to day trade, everybody's not going to be able to swing, and everybody doesn't come in with the same amount of capital. So each setup, how you trade day to day and week over week, may look just slightly different. And it's still pushing. This thing is still trying to push. And like I said, it's really do nothing. Either we're going to sit here, break below, or kind of squeeze up. 75.25 is hovering. I'm going to go ahead and add a few contracts to my watch list. This is how I do my power hour. I come in, start looking at my watch list, what are in play. So puts, we got 75.25, and then for the bottom, probably going to say no less than about 75.15 to the downside, and that 75.15 is about $80. So I want to add them to my watch list, see how they play out. Then we're going to go over to the call side, and we're looking at 75.30 and 75.25. 75.35 to the upside. Still holding on. No problem. No problem. Again, power hour can be tricky, but sometimes this is the only time a lot of my clients are able to trade. But they capitalize well. I was on a call yesterday. We were in a trade maybe 10 minutes. We were on the call less than an hour. So we were just trading 2 to 3, and we saw a move in about 5 to 10 minutes. That move with 5 contracts was just shy of $1,000. Coming back down to test that band. And this thing is struggle busting. I mean, it is hurt right now. It's just giving me more bearish sentiment. If you're looking at SPY, we're right on that line. Again, I would not be placing a trade. So there's a close below in the target. You need to be tight at 750. If you're trading in Robinhood, do not try to hold that trade. Just go ahead and get the next day's contract and get you can do 750, 749, 748, and go ahead and get it for the next day because Robinhood's going to close you out. But let me look at my watch list. What are my contracts doing? I don't look like all of them took. Only the 75.25 took from my watch list. So now I got to go back and add them. Robinhood be tripping. So I'm going to add 75.20. What did I say on the SPX? 75.15. I don't know why I didn't add, but it's on there now. And none of my calls added to my upside. I guess that was just the market telling me, nope, you better not add those calls. It's not pushing up. Only that one put added might be a strong sign of what to do. You got buyers sitting in fair value gap sitting in here. Market could pull right back to VWAP and it could continue to break down or it could get here and bounce. So again, don't get married to these plays in power hour. Y'all keeping up with me? What's up? What's up? I am here. I've been slipping. I got to give you guys attention more. But y'all got to show up. If y'all show up and we have a good time, I'll keep bringing the game over here. But again, this is looking bearish. And with this fall, if you ever play FanDuel, I'm not gonna promote it. I don't have a referral link, but I've been testing out. Like I already trade the options market when I get in the futures and then predictive market. So I got a dollar bet that the S&P futures will close below 75.30. So let's see if we get that. And it's already wanting me to cash out. So I know this thing could definitely fall. It's been struggling all day and we could not get above resistance. So unless we get a squeeze, this thing is definitely going to keep coming down. Sellers got to keep pushing through those buyers. Still trying to fight these buyers. This thing is like just won't give up. They want the market to be strong. I should go live in the morning in the Mogul group. I like this, and you're explaining as well. Thank you for your time. I I I try not to overstep because we already have Hannah going live. But if you guys want me to go live in the Mocha group, if you're already a Mogul, just drop a one. Again, I don't want to have you guys pulling and tugging to um, I'm missing Sky Zone or I'm missing Donovan or I'm missing Hannah because they already have their set schedule. But if you guys would be interested in that, the days that I don't have one on ones with clients, I will drop Zoom links for us to trade live together. Okay. Um, some people don't trade how or what they trade. That's true. And I have to be reminded of that, of what everybody trades. And again, some people will show up and they'll be there. So I'll definitely um, start putting it out there. And so let me see. Do I have anybody in the morning? I have somebody in the morning. If they cancel in the morning, then I'll definitely get on live in the morning, or just throughout the day, just do a couple pop ups and break down the trades. Now these are definitely not day traders moving the market. We never move the market. Retail. Well, I'll take that back. Day traders may be moving the market, but retail is definitely not moving the market. These are hedge funds and investors. They are putting their money where they want it to be, and they're always like we trade and we're looking just to make money. Hedge funds are looking to preserve capital. So they if they need to offset risk now, they will take a loss now versus taking a bigger loss in the future or tomorrow. Chaz. Can you shed light on how you can buy an option contract for a day trade and your position opens up at a negative number even though the price is moving in your favor? That could correlate to your theta if the contract isn't moving or if there's nobody on the chain. So if we come out here, because we're always trading in liquidity, if there's nobody else, let me think of something. Like let's look at forward. I know we can get some thin chains over here. So again, if I come over here to forward, there's a couple of thousand people out here, and let's say I get into this put here at $14. Well, if nobody's liquid there, this could open at 13 and be down, and forward could literally start dropping, but people expand out of it, and it may only move $1 or two. So it has to do more or less with the Greeks and price action and with how many people on that chain, whether the market makers can get the premium to what you may be expecting. This is why I always put my contracts on my watch list first before I immediately enter them, because I want to see, are we moving down, are buyers coming in, and are the contract premiums giving me favorable moves? If they don't, then I stand to risk and probably lose that particular money because market makers is not moving. So if I'm in a contract and it moves $1 and on my watch list it hadn't made any money, I can just say, hey, I'm gonna stay out today because I just don't like the price action and I don't like the premium for the contracts. You can see we started moving below that band and buyers bought it right back up, and we are past 230. So our next move, we'll see what's the move between now and 245, and then we'll have that last 10 minutes at 250. But they're trying to hold it up. Buy it. It's just a battle between the buyers and the sellers right now. And looking forward to our session coming up. Would the futures market be a good trade off for the theta decay? It's definitely a trade off. The only thing you have to worry about with the futures market is understanding the platform that you're using. And I don't like to be limited in options. I'm not limited. I'm only limited by how much capital I have. When you trade a prop firm, you're limited to how much they want to allow you to get. So if your max withdrawal is 1,500 per day, you know that on any day that's the maximum you can do. You can't have a $50,000 day or a $60,000 day on a prop firm. So that's kind of a mental. I can't say the word on here, but yeah, I don't like it. I don't want to be limited in any direction. If my trade goes where it needs to go and I make 50,000, I want that whole 50,000. I don't want to be like, oh, I made 50,000. Now I got to consistently make 50,000 every day to get that payout. So it's good. Prop firms are good. Futures are great. You just have to make sure you understand the prop firm or program that you're trading within. And so a lot of people get attracted to Apex. I tried Apex. I blew a few Apex accounts, just not following the rules. I was like, oh, I can do this. This is easy. And make too much, blow it, too much drawdown, all of the things. SPX popping up over those buyers. So spots to be popping up as well. And y'all can see it's just following the same thing back up to that band. Let's see if the follow through. We have almost 4 minutes left in that candle. And look at that, pop right back up. So now with it, my Robinhood just alerted me. It's like it's the 75-25 contract. I'm sure it lost a little bit of life, but now it's back up about 25%. It's about $60. So it's trying to reverse. And again, these are 5 minute candles. So you want to be patient. We've just went from a buy zone to the sell zone. Can buyers continue to push up? They weren't not able to reverse this for the last 20 minutes. So let's see in the next 10 or 20, can they push it back up? This is how a lot of traders get trapped. They don't kind of analyze what they actually see on the chart. They say, oh, I got a green candle, technically mine are blue, and they'll just go straight bullish and sentiment. But I just watch it. Every day is not a great day to trade. Um, you kind of have to just be observe. Oh, I didn't know Apex had that 90% off. Make sure you look at how much it is to get the account, and then if there's a pass fee. Usually they don't, but it's cheap to get it and then pass the eval. And then most people have kind of suckered out. They'll get trapped. They'll get suckered in with the $20-$30 90% off. And then when it comes to the eval, because they'll probably go for the largest account, and they don't have the amount to purchase the funded account or whatever the assessment fee after you actually pass. When they waive those, that's a good opportunity. But if there's still like a fee to pay after you pass, like an activation fee, that's usually where people get ate up. Is there an activation fee free? I'm not really sure. SPX still trying to hold the rain right here. Got ES. Where's my MES? MES pop back up. So right there, you got to close above VWAP, pushes up, rejects at 545, then comes back down. So market's still trying to hang on to this area. SPY popped back up to resistance. I'm sorry, this wasn't resistance. This was a pre-market level. You can see my alert. I was like, we should come back and retrace that high. And here's my level. If we run again tomorrow, I mean, markets are just on fire. If we get another pump on a Thursday and we don't get pulled back, markets just been phenomenal. Oh, yep. That was pertaining to the futures market. If you're not trading with your own capital and you're trading with a prop firm, so yes, but they have a 50K no activation fee for 69. So $69, you have a month to pass. The account um, for 50K. So what's the maximum withdrawal on the 50K, or like your daily gain? Is it 5,000 on a 50K account? Again, there's so many different rules on these the prop firms, and the different ways you win or lose, or you can commit to a withdrawal, all of those things. If you overtrade, you're not following the consistency rule, you won't be allowed a payout. And look at that. Coming right back down to the bottom. They just don't know what they want to do. Too much indecisiveness. And this is why I said go in and take your money when you see it. You don't want to get clapped. But they're struggling to bring this down again. I don't even really see puts on SPY if we can get under 750, because that is our psychological level. And you can see there's my 750 right there, right slightly under the VWAP. So again, they got to push through. Sellers got to push through this. I don't trust them so they can get back below there. You can see we can fall once we get up below that 750. Above that, this thing is still very bullish. Still trying to press down. This thing they got money. I forgot. I just compounded under the max and go to the next account and done for that. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'll have to go back and look at the rules because I hadn't looked at Apex in a while. I've seen a lot of people on Lucid and I think Take Profit Trader. Let's see if we get some price action again. SPY and SPX and dropped $2 and $3 in the last hours of the market, so don't sleep on it. We usually see the moves before that, but they're definitely pop. We can see some crazy moves toward the end of the day. Oh, and back up again. It ain't for the weak. Okay, thank you for that one. So I'll check out next gen too. All right, guys. So we got about 15 more minutes. Again, I have no directional move because what? We have not had a 5 minute candle close above or below that bang. So this is in do nothing territory. And I find that a lot of new traders, y'all not doing it almost hurt y'all as much as like having bad trades. Like, well, I didn't trade today, so you didn't lose any money, but y'all would rather trade and lose money not knowing what you're doing than not trade and keep your balance, like continue to have cash. Makes no sense to me. Oh, can y'all still hear me? I think my mic died. Okay. Y'all might can hear me now. If y'all lost me for a minute, if you can hear me, drop some sevens. I think I cut my mic off by accident, but y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Thank you, Free. I'm gonna check it out. If y'all can hear me, drop some sevens in the chat. I think I accidentally cut my mic off. Okay. Thank you, Oh No One. Thank you for letting me know. All right, we got 15, well, 14 more minutes. This thing is again just chop city without a candle closing above or below that band. There is no price action. Now, again, if you're a scalper on SPX, you might could get in and get out on like those little drops, but you got to be quick. And most traders are not quick on the draw. So, again, you want to wait for a full close before you like jumping into anything. Okay, it's pushing down just slightly. And again, watching my watch rates, most of these trades are still only the 75.25 is up like 27%. Everything else below that looks awful. Down 50%, down 33%. Just because theta, it's not dropping fast enough. Because if this thing bounces up again, it's going to take out that 30% that the 75.25 just gained. Did hit $100 though. 30% on that was still $100. The contract was 325. So on that drop, it is up about 38% for 125. So if you got enough capital trading power hour, it can be very lucrative for you. But you got to be quick. Hey Brandon. Hey Jazz. Thank y'all so much for letting me know you could hear me. But we got about 12 more minutes. Unless y'all have questions. If you got questions, I can drop the link. Just drop a question mark in the chat. I'll send you the StreamYard link and you can come up. But let's look and see if this can go on and fall to that 75.17 area. And we're a little above it because VWAP is slowly creeping up to try to meet price action. The 75.20 is now negative $23. The 75.25 is up 47%, back to 41. Again, you got to be quick because when those buyers step back up, it takes all that premium out. And again, you don't have to be worried because you know why it's pushing up. You can see the buyers. You see where buyers and sellers at. See if it's going to make it down to that next fair value gap and down to VWAP. It's pushing. It's trying very, very hard. My other contracts still have not, on my watch list, still haven't recovered. They're still down about 20%. This one just popped a 60 on the 75.25. So it's up 200, 300. Look at that. Look at it go. I told y'all, it's easy when you anticipate where the move is going to go. And that was an easy 5 minute play. I saw the $300 contract go up to like 700 in that one drop. Oh no, sorry, 300, 700 total. Your cost plus the current price, but the returns were about 300, and it came right down to what we were looking for. So again, if you want my VWAP checklist and you want the replay, it's $30. On June 1st, it will go to $50. And that's just because it's valuable. All you have to do is follow the directions. It will show you how to make money. You do need, some capital to be able to trade the setup, but you can trade whatever you want in your budget. The checklist works. You can shoot me an email. You can Zelle my email address across the screen. If you want to use Cash App, just shoot me an email or Cash App because I need your email to be able to send it to you. But if you want to use Cash App, I think it's just my name, my last name, and then for Zelle, it's my email address. So once you send it, if you don't have that, if you don't get the email within an hour, just shoot me another email. Make sure I saw it so I see your Zelle and your email to be able to send it to you. But it's super repeatable. You're gonna hear my voice do like this is all I'm doing is repeating the same thing we just watched on the chart. Again, look at that. One, two, well that one technically no here, but we could have entered 1, 2, 3, 4. And so you would have been in and out on a 5 minute candle. Now all of those put contracts are red: the 75.25, 75.20, and the 75.15. And this is why I always say, once you see profit, you take it during power hour because it is not guaranteed to be yours. You have to be super careful. It's kind of hovering right here. I think it's done for its push down. It's got 8 more minutes. Let's go up. Let's make it naked. And I don't know if that was a proper thing to say, but I'm trying to blind everything. And then we'll go up on the daily. And you can see we've had a V move. We've moved above that area. If we get back below 7513, this could come back down to 7339. But again, we just keep higher and higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one pullback. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pullback. So you kind of look at the trend as 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pullback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pullback, or kind of consolidation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, this one did not close green. It could be a day or two or pullback. Also, looking at the days of the pullback, we usually get a pullback on a Thursday, just depending on news and momentum. But this thing is sitting pretty. I'm still probably not going to swing anything, even though Thursday should be pullback. It is still holding and maintaining VWAP. All right, guys, we have 5 more minutes. Oh, and it took some steam out of it. It was trying to push and he said, "Oh, maybe not today." Again, I don't trust this thing for puts until we get below VWAP. It will, don't let it trap you. SPY is still not below 750. So again, I look for those confirmations to get into a specific setup. It needs to close below. It's trying to push down. Not enough. Now we're on the last 5 minutes. I got nothing else for you. Whatever you trade in these last 5 minutes is your business. Because I wouldn't be gambling. And I ain't gonna say it's always gambling. If you see a setup, you see a bounce, and you think it's gonna do something, and you're quick on the draw, then cool. So I'm not gonna completely say it's gambling. But again, you're looking for 750 to break. You're looking for 75.18 to break on SPX for a swing position. But I hope this has been good. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you got value out of this, drop some fives, and then we're going to get out of here. If you got questions, drop it in the comments. And we got about 5 more minutes because I know there's a delay in the chat. And then we're going to get off of here. We're going to wrap it up. See, it's still struggling. SPY's at 750.34. SPX still struggling here. All right, got 3 more minutes. It's still coming down. And it's like nothing burger. We got a nothing burger. Thank y'all so much for letting me know you're finding value. Kristen Renee, GA Muscle 7, Jazabella, Free. Thank y'all for hanging on. We're still watching. We got 3 more minutes. I don't think it's going to give us any fireworks, but we're going to watch and see. I think it's about done. But I appreciate everyone who brought value and asked, for me to do live. I want to keep providing value to you all. So if y'all are going to enjoy live trading together, it is something I'll try to bring and provide for Discord members. If you're not a part of Discord and you want to sign up, we do have 50% off the monthly. I think it makes it about 110. Or you can get you have a 50% off lifetime, or you can do a buy one get 1 year, and I think it comes out to like 974 for 2 years. So it's a really good deal to get multiple analysts, and you're like waiting on one trader to tell you something. So if they're wrong, all of your trades are wrong, you have multiple traders to get opinions and education from. Free has learned from me. She's learned from Court, Kendra, Donovan, and Skyzone. So we have multiple people for you to learn from and get value. We got 1 more minute. This thing is about to tucker out. SPY is not closing under 750. It's pushing up. So unless it goes into extended hours, I don't see anything for a swing to too narrow for call swing, and just not close enough for put swings. So that's it, guys. That's all I got. This was a very interesting trading day. So definitely can't wait to see what we get for tomorrow. But that's it. That is it. Y'all have a good one. Let me see. Oh, I thought I missed a comment. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mecha Human. Keep trying to bring value here. Again, I'll be forgetting about my YouTube, but again, the goal is to hit 1,000 subs over here on YouTube. So share it out, invite your friends. Once I do hit 100, well, 1,000 subs, I'm gonna do a live Zoom, free to everyone who has been a supporter and that shows that they're subscribed. That's going to be your entry ticket. You're able to ask me any question about trading, about your own tickers. We're just going to have a whole live day of trading. So keep pushing the channel. Thank everybody for y'all support, and y'all have a good one. Thank you. Everywhere I go, I am reminded of your teachings and I come back. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm always be, I ain't gonna say always, but I'm gonna be here for now. Yeah. So again, I want to give back. It's all about trading. Like it doesn't. I can show y'all a million receipts of what I win, but every time I make a good trade, that pays my bills. That don't pay y'all bills. So I like for y'all to see returns and rewards from people who actually work with me, or you getting your own return. It makes me feel so good. I see traders that don't ever speak in Discord. They're very quiet. They're not showing their gains, but when they do, they'll slide me a little DM, be like, "Hey, Chaz, I'm quiet, but I'm over here winning." And they are really winning. I'm seeing people on the verge of being able to leave their jobs, being able to provide for their family. People with ailments being able to provide, even though they may not get up and go to a traditional job. So that's what I do it for. So again, y'all help me get to 1,000 subs. Watch the videos, watch the replays, the more hours. Once we get this thing monetized, I mean, it's going to be on and popping. And so again, I want it organically. I'm not paying for subscribers. Either y'all want the information or y'all don't. And there's not a lot of people out here that are just not fluffing it, flashing jewelry, doing music videos and rapping. I'm just teaching y'all how to trade. Clean and simple. The chart either presents it or it does not. So I appreciate all of y'all. Share out the channel, share out the live, let people know if you're streaming in from Facebook, come on over to YouTube, and trade with Dr. Chaz. Make sure you're subscribed. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.